Let me teach you a thing or two about the upcoming Apple educational event. People have rumoured, will there be a new, darker Apple Pencil? Is it to be or not to be? It is to be. To go with the HB. But that's not all. We're also introducing a revolutionary product for your not iPad pad. Yes, introducing the Apple IV pen. Never before has so many pens been put into one device. What do you mean we didn't pioneer this technology? Ah, son of a bick! Well, are they charging $500 for theirs? And finally, we are so happy to say that you can now store your Apple Pencil inside your iPad. Turns out you could do it all along. We were just plugging it in the wrong way. Shaboom! And it's time for another Funky Monday video. We get updates on you, me, and everything funky. My goodness, who's excited about the new Apple event? Oh, education, that's exciting, yay! Holy smokes, here's my real predictions. I think it's going to be very, very boring. They will release a new iPad. It'll be like an updated iPad. It'll be the cheap one to compete with the Chromebooks, except it'll look pretty much exactly the same, maybe an updated chip in it. Although I think it will work with the Apple Pencil. It won't just be the iPad Pros that work with it, or maybe they'll release a special cheaper Apple Pen for it. But I don't think you'll be able to store it in the device, but I do think there could be some sort of special new case that comes with it. Maybe a special sort of keyboard, a cheaper keyboard case for it. Or, hang on, here we go. This is for bonus points if it actually happens. But different color iPads. I'm talking bright colors. I'm talking vibrant green, blues, and purples. That'll be the big ticket. If they release those new color iPads, then Sammy T gets a bit of this action, doesn't he? That's right, so hold out for it. They'll save the new iPad Pros for later in the year. They won't have the notch, but they'll have Face ID. MacBook Airs will be discontinued this year, and the educational event will have some very boring updates about iTunes U. It'll show off some boring new AR apps, and maybe a change to the iBooks. Maybe you can do more annotations in iBooks or something. They're my predictions. We'll see what happens in a day or two. But until then, we'll see how I do. But now I want to see how you're doing in community news. Ooh, special talent edition. Well, fiddle me this, Batman. David did a good performance at a talent show recently. Not sure if he's the one on piano or the violin, but I tell you, they wowed audiences when they cranked into Despacito. That one, Lefty, has come up with some very SAMTIME merchandise ideas. He's photoshopped a SAMTIME and a Botka little logos that we might have to put in the store. And finally, shout out to Thomas Hobley, who really gets my feelings with this meme. Apple is removing keyboards? However, BlackBerry is removing screens. Oh yes! And now, it is time for this week's Certified Funky Stamp of Approval, which this week does go to David for his awesome talent and mixing a bit of the classics with a bit of the new stuff. So, to see if you win a certified SAMTIME Sexy Science Support card, let's drop an egg. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Hopefully Apple does release something interesting this weekend so that I can do some funny videos on it. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. And also, big shout out to new funky patriots unlocking the funk on Patreon. I'm talking about Edward and Elliot, absolute legends. And last thing, guys, I do want to do another Q&A soon. So if you got any Qs that you want me to leave them in the comments below. Or if you want to send in a video question, which could add an extra little spice to a Q&A video, then tweet me a link to the video at SAMTIME News. But until next time, this is Sam Tucker saying, escape the ordinary and embrace the funky. and stay funky, everyone. SAMTIME, signing off.
Subscribe today.
And this episode was brought to you by the Funky Patriots, unlocking the funk on Patreon. They're so hot. Funk it down.